We'll be talking about the DeWalt 788 scroll saw. It's probably the most used and economical saw in use by scrollers. And then you can step up to more expensive ones such as the Eclipse, the Hagner, the Excalibur, and all of these have special features. So if you're in the market to buy a new saw, shop around and look around and see what's the best for you. After you get your saw, the thing that's so important is to be comfortable and relaxed as you're sawing. And that means you got to have a suitable chair. Get one that is swivel, get one that is telescopic so you can raise or lower it, and position that chair so that you're looking directly into the saw blade, not off to the side of the right or the left, directly into the saw blade. Another thing we highly recommend is to have a good magnification and lighting system. You can buy these from very, very cheap on up to $100, $125. But I can assure you it's well worth it. If you're going to try to follow the black lines, you need to have the magnification as well as the lighting. And we need to have ways to protect our lungs. Here is a picture of a relatively cheap filtering system, probably made by 3M, and it does a very good job. It's certainly better than not having anything. That will help to protect our lungs. You can buy expensive systems from $50 to $100, and of course it'll be measuring finer microns. So the next thing you need to look at is our environment. Many of us will be sawing in our basements or in our living room or wherever. So you can go and buy a 20-inch by 20-inch box fan and some furnace filters. Put it on a stand up close to the table of your saw and let the blower on your saw blow wood chips towards the fan and the filter. It will collect a tremendous amount of that dust that you would be getting into your environment. Many of you will have questions and be curious about what this is all about. There is an organization called the Scroll Saw Association of the World, and there's a website. And I would encourage you to look there and to seek information, but more importantly, to see if there is a chapter that's available in your local area. Concentrate on getting new members and getting young people involved. We need to get growth in this organization. So if you have questions, get on the website as shown on the screen and seek information about scroll sawing, one of the most interesting, challenging, fascinating, relaxing type of thing that you can do. So with the preliminary things that we have covered and are necessary, we're now ready to start sawing. Okay. Well, one of the first things with a scroll saw is you want to be sure that your table is nice, clean, and smooth.
Okay. Okay.
You want your wood to glide over. You don't want to have to push it. And so you can clean it with, I many times use steel wool and a little WD-40 or a little paint thinner. And if it's a real bad one, then I take the steel wool pad and I put it on my orbital sander and go all over.
Okay.
Now, once you get it clean, then it's going to rust right away. And so you can use car polish.
Oh, okay.
You can use wax. You can buy stuff to pour on it. It's very, very expensive.
Okay.
And so you don't really need that kind of stuff. I mean, so I like to use, you can use mineral oil, you can use cooking oil. So that's the first thing that you always want to be sure.
Okay.
And it's not a workbench. We use them for workbenches quite often. We glue pieces together. We do all kinds of crazy stuff. And then you get that glue attached here, and now you got a problem.
Yeah, I actually have a really nice workbench at home.
Yeah. So if you've got that, why, you know, that's what you need to be using. Then the other thing that you need to get started with is to be sure that you understand your controls. You got a speed control here.
Okay, this way slows it down,
Yep.
this way speeds it up, right? Okay, right.
This is your on-off switch,
Okay,
and this is the lever to tighten and loosen your blade,
okay,
the tension.
okay.
Underneath is a knob of where you can loosen that and you can tilt your table
Okay,
both directions.
okay, okay.
But for what you want to do, you don't want to tilt
Right.
either direction. Now, you can, there's a little tri-square over there on the table, and a little plastic thing.
Yep.
You can go ahead and set those up, and you can check to see what your blade is.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you're young enough, your eyesight's pretty good probably, but with Katie and me,
Bifocals here.
we don't see real well.
Set it right in there.
Oh, yeah, perfect, yeah.
Or we can set it on the other side, don't make a difference.
Right, okay, yeah.
But that's where your eyesight, you know, it just, you don't know what's gonna happen. You can use a credit card, you can use your driver's license, you can use all kinds of things that have got a perfect 90 degrees. Well,
Yeah, it's something just like this at home, so.
but don't go out and buy one of these, they ain't worth a darn.
Oh, no, I have one already.
Oh, well, then still don't use it.
Yeah.
What we like to do is to start up the machine and you make a cut. Now I check this block of wood, it's perfectly square.
Okay,
So we take the block of wood
okay.
and go ahead and cut into it a little ways. That's good.
Okay.
Pull it out and turn it right around and come into there. And look at that. Goes right in the slot. Now there's no question, that table is absolutely perpendicular to the blade.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Now what I usually do when I started Katie out, and some of her friends, I put a eye screw in here and I put a chain around her neck and I says, this is what you use. Now you can get careless and you can change blades and not check this. Every time I change blades, I know which one is perfectly perpendicular, and so I just quickly take my block of wood and I check it.
Okay,
You never know when something's gonna move, and when you're doing intarsia and some of that precision stuff, you don't wanna mess around with it too much. So, we know now that we know our switches, we know how to tilt the table, we know how to set at 0 degrees. Basically, what you gotta do then is learn how to change the blades.
okay.
So, sometimes these things are really tight. Now, I don't know how strong you are, but let's
Okay.
release the tension.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, yeah,
And
sorry.
so you do that.
Okay.
And take the one out on the bottom,
Okay,
or screw it loose.
okay. Right, it's all.
Now, you take a look at a blade. If you buy an Olson blade and some of these, you always set it with the teeth down.
Okay, yeah.
Now, as you take these blades, they are Olsons.
Okay,
And I'm going to give you some blades that are the Flying Dutchman. They have a little dimple on the stem. That stem is always up. Now, another thing that you get into is that sometimes these things just don't hold the blade. You just take a piece of sandpaper and don't lay it down there, but just take it and clean it off. Now, every blade has got a little bit of oil on it, down inside here, just gonna mess you up, and it's just gonna slip out.
Okay.
Now, let's do away with this blade, and there's three tubes.
Where does it say that? Oh, number 5, here we go. There's number 5.
Now, you remember, this is your number 5s.
Okay.
And we'll take this number 5,
Okay.
and we'll put it in there.
Okay. Just set it right here. Okay.
Now, sometimes you can't see that little dimple, which is right up there, so take your finger and you'll feel a little dimple on that blade.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that'll go into your setup.
That's the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they tell you, put the bottom one in first
Mm-hmm.
and then the top. I don't do that.
Okay.
I go ahead and I put this in, and you take about that much of it, and I just, well, you can see it,
Yep.
but I put in about like that.
Then tighten it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you can see how crooked that is?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
if I push that into the bottom one,
Oh yeah, it depends.
okay, and snug that one up, if it's in, I'm not sure it is.
Oh, okay. Yep, it's in.
Okay, snug it up.
Okay.
Now you can loosen this one just a little bit. See how that's straightened up?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Then just tighten it up.
Yeah.
Okay. And then.
Now you can go ahead and tighten it up. Now chances are that this tightener here, that normally we still put them in and they're so darn loose that we have to readjust it.
Uh-huh.
Now I don't know if you're a musician, but I don't even sing good in church, so tiny little pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have something to close this off.
Okay.
Now you can take a piece of masking tape and you can just put across the hole. I don't like that. Painter's tape works good.
Okay.
A business card will work good.
Okay.
Or we had our furnace cleaned here this fall or this summer, and the guy left the little plastic pieces that he had covered the vents up with.
Oh.
And
Yep.
so I called him and I said, "Don't you want these back?" And he says, "I ain't coming back to get them. I can get them cheaper than that." So I kept them. And so I have used one of those, and it's just a light plastic cover, and it's just as slick and nice. I have used that clear shelf paper, and I've just taken a piece of that and set across it. And so there's all kinds of ways you can close that hole up.
Okay.